Hello everybody out there, Chris here, and welcome back to another weekly comic book haul. Guys, you know I always talk about the news first. We got a nice amount of comics this week, a big pile actually. Got some extra stuff this week. But first and foremost, I want to tell you guys everything's going to be a bit late this week, and it's not due to being busy. The end of this week, at the very beginning of the weekend, our uncle was sent to the hospital. In the hospital, he had a heart attack, or what they're claiming was a heart attack. We don't know exactly the extent of what's going on with my uncle yet. Right now, he is in ICU, he's stable, but everything is very hectic right now because of that. So if things are a little bit late, number one, it's because Friday night when this all started, all the way through till today, and today's Saturday, and actually it's Sunday now, it's past 12 o'clock. Everything's been like upside down because of what's been going on. So things are going to be late. Hopefully the indie review will be shot tomorrow night, or tonight I should say now, and you guys will have it on Monday. But the Big 2 review, expect anywhere from Monday to Wednesday depending on when we finish reading these books. Hopefully it won't be Wednesday. Hopefully it'll be closer to Tuesday morning or Monday night if I can upload it fast enough. But it's just very hectic in the house right now. Everybody's on edge, and we're hoping everything gets better. It got a little bit better by the end of tonight, but still doctors have to perform tests and whatnot, so we're all a little bit on edge, and we'll find out more hopefully tomorrow. But again, just I hope you guys understand for the late videos this week, it's kind of a little bit crazy in this house. So without further ado, I don't want to give you guys too much bad news, so let's get into the stuff. We got comics, we got extras, we got comments. So let's start with the comics. You guys are going to notice some extra physical copies this week, and you'll understand why when you see them. So let's not waste any time. I know Michael's actually here on the bottom, so let's get Michael's out of the way so I can give it back to him first. Selfie cover for Justice League United, issue number 4. Really nice selfie cover. I figured, why not? It's a really nice cover. So you guys know we're into the variants that are the same price. Avengers World, issue number 11. Probably nothing to do with dragons again. I believe this is Michael's final issue of Deadpool with issue 33 because that's the end of Original Sin. Who knows, maybe in September he'll get that 3D cover and then he'll be done with Deadpool. The Punisher vs. Thunderbolts in Thunderbolts issue number 29. Things look like they're really heating up there. Coffin Hill issue number 10. So
that's going to be a make or break for me on that one.
I figured it was. Sonic the Hedgehog 263. Gotta love Sonic the Hedgehog. It's one of our favorite books that we read each and every month. Now we're into the regular books, or my books. Futures End issue number 15. Very interesting cover. I don't know why I keep coming back, but Inhuman issue number 3. It's been so long since Inhuman number 2. I had to do it. I don't know why, but something keeps telling me pick up Inhuman. You're going to enjoy it, so. Original Sin Fantastic Four issue number 8. Can't wait to get into Fantastic Four issue number 8. It's been going really. This is the first time I've actually picked up 8 issues in a row from Fantastic Four, so keep up the good work. Anyway, we've got Amazing Spider-Man issue number 5. Did something vibrate?
No.
Just want something vibrate. Oh well. Anyway, looking forward to this. I don't know. I did read through a couple of books this week, like I said before. Friday hit and interesting. We'll talk about it on the comic review. Captain Marvel issue number 6. Really interesting cover there. We're finally out of Zero Year. Batman issue 34, which takes place after Batman Eternal. So hopefully it won't be bad where it gives away spoilers. But we'll see when we get there. All books are trying to stay single issue or end their story arc because next month we all know 5 years later is going to begin. Speaking of Batman Eternal, is Batman Eternal issue number 19. Batgirl issue number 34. I believe this is going to be my second to last book because I am getting the 5 years later cover comic. But after that, I think we're done. I think Gail Simone's final issue is this issue, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me. Oh, I have another one of Michael's books mixed into mine. Wolverine issue number 11.
Oh, I was wondering when
that
comic was coming out.
I don't know how that got mixed in there. Probably stuck together. And I have another book of Michael's. Oh boy. All new X-Men issue number 30. Looks like X-23 is not just making out with Cyclops anymore.
Oh, that's not my book.
Not that one. I'm getting to your other one. Original Sin issue number 7, continuing the interlocking variant covers. One more to go. Everybody's been saying really good things about this series. This book is usually what Mike reviews, and that is The Walking Dead issue number 130.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 37, the first meeting of Krang and Shredder. Oh my god, I cannot wait to read this book, but I actually did peek a little bit into the book and then stop myself. Superman Wonder Woman issue 11, only 2 more books to go for this series. As a matter of fact, I will say this, the next part to Superman Doom, chapter 3 of Last Sun, actually is in Supergirl issue 34, which comes out next week. So I'm glad I'm still reading Supergirl, at least for that issue. And then there's going to be a gigantic one-shot concluding the whole thing. I believe that's going to be the week after or the final week of August. These next 2 books I got for different reasons. Both of them for the fact that these are the last issues. Superboy number 34. The reason I got this is because it's the final issue of Superboy, and it's an army of Superboys from the multiverse versus the evil Superboy, John Lane Kent. And the ending is a humongous surprise. Will I review Superboy? Probably not, because it's dead in the middle of a story arc, but I'm sure I will talk about it on the live show this Tuesday. So look forward to the live show this Tuesday where I will discuss Superboy 34 and hopefully Jay. Oh, never mind. No, I'm actually going to have to do this in the review because we have a special live show this week. It just hit me. Alright, so I might throw in my thoughts on Superboy without reviewing it because it's in the middle of a story arc. The live show this Tuesday, actually, there's something special that's going to happen, so never mind that. Star Wars, issue number 20. Why did I get Star Wars? I always read it digitally. Unfortunately, issue 20 is the final issue Dark Horse will be doing because after this issue and the final part to the Darth Maul miniseries, that's the end of Star Wars. Star Wars is moving over to Marvel, which I believe in November. I can't remember exactly what month because I'm dead exhausted right now, but Marvel's already kicking off a Star Wars ongoing series as well as 2 miniseries connecting to what's going on in the ongoing series, which apparently is going to take place right after this, but I don't know if it's going to reference it. And it's also a really awesome cover, so I figured why not. Continuing, Spider-Man 2099, issue number 2. It's been awesome. I'm hoping to hold all of these on the side so I can get Peter David to actually sign them. Smallville Chaos, issue number 1, continuing season 11. My selfie of the week is Green Lantern Corps, issue number 34. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they show it here. If not, then I'll have to wait. But there is going to be a humongous crossover in all the Green Lantern books.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Called Godhead.
Yeah.
Next, in 2 months, there's going to be a Green Lantern New Gods, Godhead one-shot, which starts off the event. It's going to go into Green Lantern Corps, Green Lantern New Guardians, Red Lantern, Sinestro, and if you want tie-ins, Infinity Man and the Forever People 5 and 6, but it's not considered a main part of the story. It actually says just tie-ins. I really like the artwork, if that's what's going to be in the books. This is going to be an interesting series. Will this be where Kyle Rayner finally is revealed to still be alive? I guess we'll have to wait and find out, but I will be getting the Green Lantern books. I will be getting probably the one-shot. I will not be getting Infinity Man. There's nothing. DC is known to do this sometimes. When a book is not selling, they try to tie it in with a book that is selling or a series that is selling to try to boost the sales. I'm sure a few people will buy just to have a complete coverage of the whole series. I will not be getting it because tie-ins sometimes, especially when it's little things like that, aren't so important. The last 2 is Zenescope. Best for last. Wonderland issue number 26. I love this cover. This is a really, really nice cover. The the beginning or a new chapter of Wonderland begins here. So for new readers, best jumping on point. At least that's what I think. We have to read it still. And new miniseries, 3-part miniseries, issue number 1 of 3 of Inferno Rings of Hell. Another very interesting book.
And it's Age of
I didn't
Darkness.
get to read them then. Yes, and it is tied into Age of Darkness, so that means it's tied into Realm War and not Grim Fairy Tales, because as we all know, Grim Fairy Tales 101, which is going to come out next week, is going to take place after the events of Realm War. And before we get into the comments, Mike and I actually took a trip over to GameStop today, and we got a couple of games, and we're going to be getting a couple more in the mail. But besides the point, we got Greatest Hits PlayStation 3 version of Kingdom Hearts 1.5, the HD remix. It basically has Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Rechained. Oh no, sorry. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which it was 3D. I think it was a DS.
I think it was either. I think it was 3DS.
Okay, and then Kingdom Hearts 358 2. So there is another version coming out, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, which is going to have the following 3 games, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 in a year will be coming out. So I'm looking forward to that. We got this because we're doing the worst games on Brooklyn Boys, and we decided to add this either to the Brooklyn Boys or our other project that we're working on. So look out for this at some point, and there definitely will be a casual gaming review of this. The guy actually said this was a horrible game at GameStop. So for a guy to actually try to talk Mike out of buying this, yeah, that was wow. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. I'm sure a lot of you people out there, especially Resident Evil fans, know the horrors of this game. Not in this game, of this game, but Mike's going to play it and Mike's going to review it. And then finally, I got the Game of the Year edition of Dishonored, which has basically all the DLC attached to the game already. I love Game of the Year edition games because any DLC that came out within the first year of the game's existence, they basically just throw on the CD or allow you to download directly to the CD, and you don't have to worry about buying a bunch of different DLC packs. It's literally all here for Dishonored. And actually, with the Game of the Year edition, you actually get a poster, which came in the game, a 2-sided poster. This one, I believe, is for the Knife of Dunwall. The poster's from the Knife of Dunwall, and then I have no idea what this part. It's a 2-sided poster. I have no idea what that comes from, but yeah. So it's a nice little extra that you get with a regular game, and you know, I'm not used to that when it comes to games, because usually when you want extras like this, you have to pay for limited editions and whatnot. But Dishonored, I heard, was a really, really good game, and I've played Kingdom Hearts 1. It's going to be nice to see it remastered in HD, and I'd also like to. I always wanted to play Chain of Memories and 358 too. So 2 games I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much Mike hates this game. So all in all, a nice haul. And there's some other games, like I said, coming, and there's some really, really good new games that are going to start coming out. September begins the gaming season, because from September to December, that's where all the big games
really
come out.
October?
It's really October, but there's 1 or 2 games that come out.
Oh, well, yeah, in September, October.
But October, November,
yeah.
and December, yeah, especially November, especially November and December. That's when the heavy hitting games start coming out.
And also where the Black Friday holiday season is as well. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be chaotic.
All right, so we're now in the comments, and we're going all the way to last week's haul. David Jackson 26. Hey guys, cool haul, thank you. I'm kind of new to comics, and I'm a big Marvel fan, but I want to get into DC, so I have a question. What DC comics are both good and easy to jump straight into? That's all, guys. Good and easy to jump into. Batman. I wouldn't do it in September because I'm going to call you by your first name here, David. Because David, right now, DC Comics has a thing for September where they stop all their main stories, all their ongoing or whatever story, even if it's in the middle of a story, they'll stop it, and they do this gigantic universe-wide event or crossover or whatever. Last year it was a villain spotlight. This year it's 5 years later, and they're going to basically just do a one-shot for all of the issues. It's not even going to be a number. It'll probably be like issue 34.1 if they're even going to do that. And it's going to be 5 years later. So it's going 5 years into the future. So basically it's connecting to Future's End. So I wouldn't say jump. I mean, if you want to see some really nice one-shots, I would definitely recommend checking out a couple of one-shots. But the series are going to start up again in October. I would definitely look into the solicitations. I know Batgirl is going to start a new story arc. Batman will be. Superman will be continuing his story arc because we already got the first 2 parts of the Superman story. But Action Comics should be going what?
No, also for Green Arrow, there's a new writer and a
Green
artist.
Arrow, yeah, Green Arrow will be
So
starting up again with the writers from Green Arrow. That's right. That's another good series I would say check out. Justice League, I think, is going to be in the middle of a story arc. It really, I would just say, honestly, go into your comic shop and check out what stories are just starting. A lot of them will be jump on friendly, I'm sure, especially because DC aims to get new readers in September with their events and then keep them afterwards. So I would definitely say check out the October books. Now we go on to Nick. Another great haul. Chris, first from Mike. Do you think it is odd that before the first issue of All New Invaders that Jim Hammond, Human Torch, did not show up in any comics after the final issue of Secret Avengers Volume 1?
didn't he? I thought he did show up in the last issue when he talked with Phil Coulson.
No, he means before Invaders #1. The last
Oh,
time he showed up.
before?
Didn't even know.
I really didn't even notice it, to be honest, because I just read it for the story. But now that I think of it, yeah, that's a good
Also
point.
for you, is the All New Invaders now part of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
By the way it looks like with them teaming up, I would say yeah.
Alright, now Chris, what is your theory of Nick Fury Jr.'s reaction will be to his father, Nick Fury Sr., killing the Watcher? I have no clue, but it's going to be interesting if they decide to do a epilogue on it. Fourth, besides Iron Man and Captain America, what series would you guys like James Robinson to write? That's a good question. I can't really maybe Wolverine and the X-Men. Maybe get me back into Wolverine and the X-Men and bring back Nick Bradshaw's art.
No, I can't really think of any right now.
Okay.
Maybe the Punisher.
Fifth, what if Captain America, Robin, Green Arrow, the Punisher, Flash, and Thor had their own respective cartoon series? A lot of that would be interesting. And finally, Dominic Rocco, I believe. The New York Post gave it 0 stars, LOL. And I'm guessing that's towards the Turtle movie.
Oh,
It's sad how bad that movie got as far as ratings, but there are people that actually like it. So I mean, hey, like I said, I gave the movie from word of mouth 3 stars because I mean it had really bad reviews, but then there were people that really liked it, and some people felt indifferent towards it. So all in all, it sounds like a 3-star movie for me, but I'm still not going to watch it because I don't want the vision of my childhood to be destroyed by Michael Bay. Now we're on to I believe this is Indie Reviews, which is episode 248. Another great Indie review, guys. First, what if the star from Invincible, you mean Invincible, Mark, accidentally ended up in the Walking Dead universe as part of a crossover? I don't think Robert Kirkman will ever cross any of his universes over because they're so unique. There's no real way of me seeing Invincible crossing over to Walking Dead because I don't see where they would go from that after the crossover is over, especially the Walking Dead universe. More the Walking Dead universe than Invincible. Second, in your view, why hasn't Image released the last 3 issues of Image United? Because, Nick, I'll be honest with you, from what I've heard, and I haven't read Image United, but from what I heard, basically the project has been abandoned, like completely. Like there is no last 3 issues yet. There's a script, but there's no art, there's no anything. Either at some point Image will make an entire trade paperback of it and just conclude it all, or Image will just start it over again because there is no way at this point we're going to be getting to see that. Third, which character from DC, Marvel, or Image would you guys like to see team up with Hellboy that hasn't done it yet?
Ghost Rider.
Superman.
With Hellboy?
Sure, why not?
I thought maybe Ghost
Now
Rider.
into DC Comics. Nick, great comic book review, guys. First, what are your guys' plans to do for episode 250? Honestly, Nick, we are going to start the countdown again, starting with episode 250. It will since we divided up the comic reviews now, it will probably be in whatever the first video we do is, whether it be Marvel or DC, and then I'll have it in the background, or maybe I will hold it up for both episodes, which will be DC and Marvel, but I will not be doing it for the indie review. Second, is the 5 years later one-shot coming out on their respective series regular week basically the comics coming out the regular week that the normal comic will come out. But there's only going to be one this year as opposed to last year where it was Villains Month, where they had like I don't remember what it was, point 1, 2, and 3, and 4. It's literally just going to be one issue of 5 years later, and that's it.
I thought it was really point 1 because of only one story for a villain.
No, there were several.
Oh, but then it connected to the same story, so yeah, you're right.
It's only
going
to be 52 books plus the digital books, so that's it. And the digital books aren't crossing over to 5 years later anyway. Third, where is the first Toyman Winslow Scott? That's a good question, and I wish I could give you an answer. Third, what if Jim Gordon had an encounter with Emperor Penguin, the guy who briefly replaced the Penguin as the Kingpin of Gotham? I have no clue. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Fourth, do you remember the 0-year tie-in for Green Lantern Corps? The villain who appeared in that issue, his symbol appeared at the end of Detective Comics 34. Interesting, Nick, but no, I didn't know that. And then Mike T, long comment, Mike. I love all the books I got this week. I know you guys didn't like Batwing, Spectre part of Batman Eternal. I didn't mind them that much. Introduced me to two heroes I knew nothing about. Mike, being one that's into mystical side of comics, probably knows more about Spectre and the whole arc. Future's End keeps getting better and better. By the way, I know we were talking about this on the live show, but would it be something if Joker somehow is some other one behind all the events in Batman Eternal? That would be messed up. That would be crazy, but yeah. Questions. I have not seen a single appearance or mention of Bane since I started reading comics again. Where is he and what was the last story he was in? Mike, during Forever Evil, Bane was a main character in Forever Evil Arkham... Oh, God.
Arkham Wars.
The Arkham Wars. Yeah. I would definitely recommend you getting that miniseries in trade paperback because it ended with a one-shot called Batman vs. Bane. So, Bane's been around, Mike, and he's been referenced, actually, in Batman Eternal through Killer Croc. Let's see, where was I? Okay. Also, in the Future's End timeline, there seems to be a severe lack of Green Lanterns. I don't recall seeing Hal, John Henry, or any of the Lanterns, or even Sinestro anywhere, or mentions of them. That's because the Lanterns no longer have the rights to Sector 2814. That's guarded by the Red Lanterns, but you didn't even get to see Guy, so I don't know. Finally, where do you think Bruce Wayne Batman is during the events of Future's End? That's a good question, Mike, and hopefully they'll answer that. Says Mr. Terrific, but Batman Beyond on the news, you'd think Bruce would take notice of something that dresses like a member of the Bat family. Technically he is, but Bruce doesn't know that yet. Also, what did you mean when you said, I wonder what happened to the real Superman? You think Buckethead Superman is an imposter? Absolutely think if Superman doesn't believe in masks, so I think that that's somebody different and the real Superman is somewhere else. We're now in Marvel. Nick, first, how come no one has figured out who was the woman who took away Doctor Strange's head after he died? I have no clue. Second, what if Jim Hudson found Captain America alive? Isn't Captain... Oh, we're talking about the Ultimate Universe? That would be interesting. Third, why isn't there a series for X-Men currently in the Ultimate imprint? Because basically the Ultimate Universe killed 90% of the X-Men. Third, why isn't there a series for X-Men? Oh, wait, we did that. Fourth, do you guys think that there will be a cosmic crossover where it features all the cosmic books in the near future? That would be really cool, hopefully. Fifth, where is Cosmo the Space Dog and Howard the Duck? Howard the Duck, I could care less. Cosmo was just in Nova not too long ago, Nick. I would definitely say check it out if you haven't. Now, Mike T. Just me personally, but I don't know if I would like another Peter Parker Spider-Man book. We already have him in Amazing, and the Miles book is online in issue 4. Let's let Miles do his thing. My theory is that if this is the real Pete, he's going to be here for a little while and work with Miles, but at a point he will take advantage of Miles and retire as Spider-Man and try to live a normal life with MJ when he sees Miles can handle it on his own and say he is the heir. I don't know. We'll see. And then maybe Peter can come back here and there for like huge events that Miles can't handle on his own, or for advice for him. That would be interesting, mentoring Peter Parker and having Pete still alive yet not Spider-Man. That would be an interesting twist, Mike, and I guess we'll have to just wait and see when it comes to that. And guys, that's it for this week's comic book haul. Feel free to leave comments below, and your comments will be heard next week in the weekly comic book haul, which hopefully will be on time, and hopefully things will be a lot better. Like I said, this has just been the craziest weekend out of the entire summer so far. And we're very nervous, and we're hoping everything's okay with our uncle. So anyway, thank you guys for sticking around. Don't forget to check out Comic Related, Comic Frontline, and Zone4Podcast.com. Together we are your #1 source for comic related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. And hopefully I'll be back with you guys soon for the indie review. But until then, guys, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I will see you guys in the next video.